All right, man, we got an update on the Chicago woman who got jumped by all those kids last week, man. Let's see what's going on. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Tap into the first video if y'all haven't tapped into that as well. And let's get into it, man. They said these kids and the parents made everything worse. So,
do y'all remember those evil Chicago children who beat that severely ill woman with sickle cell half to death? We covered them in our last video, and we also broke down how the community showed up to the school looking for them and demanding answers. Well, it looks like those children and their parents are speaking up and speaking out. And if you were upset about the situation already, then you're about to be infuriated once you find out what their reaction was to doing quite possibly the most evil thing I think I've ever seen on the internet.
Wow, this video I've seen in a while.
He's very devastated. He'll wake up out of the middle of his sleep screaming. He'll scream, "Mommy, are you there?" I felt helpless because I was down on the ground. And he was down on the ground. And he's looking at me screaming like, "Mommy, please help me, help me." I couldn't get up myself. I couldn't do nothing.
She's sick. She has sickle cell. So I guess they seen a little weakness.
Oh, okay, this the father right here. See, this who needed to be around right here. They probably not together or something, I don't know. But this who I was looking for on bro. This who needed to be the air everybody out. I ain't gonna lie. But same time, if a whole bunch of YNs came up on me, I mean, you gotta defend yourself. But I'd be thinking they got pipe, boy. People be walking around with pipe as soon before they can even walk sometimes. You feel me? But I've been waiting to see him.
Because she's kind of walking a little slow. And, they have no right to put their hands on an adult.
The kids who did this, they're not children. They are spawns of Satan. All right? The kids are not attacking a woman who is deathly ill, who did nothing to them whatsoever. Her only transgression is walking the child that y'all have been bullying for months, walking him home. See, this woman got up out of her home, walking to the brisk code to walk her 9-year-old and her 5-year-old home from school because the 9-year-old didn't feel safe walking home because bullies kept on picking with him every day after school. So now she's walking her son home so y'all don't bother him and y'all still attacked him. Man, bro, those are not spawns of Satan, bro. There are crimes of moral turpitude. Then there are felonious crimes of moral turpitude. And then there is what I call inexplicable crimes of moral turpitude. The difference between felonious and inexplicable is pretty simple. Felonious, obviously, we know those are crimes that people commit. Those are felonies, right? Things like theft is a crime of moral turpitude and things of that sort. But inexplicable is a crime that goes against your humanity, that goes against what makes you a human, right? Even if you wanted to do such a thing, just you being a human, right? Just being humane, having humanity, having that little thing within you that can't be traced that makes you a human and different from an animal, it will stop you from doing that because it just goes against your nature in general. Yes, and beating up a deathly sick woman who did nothing to you, who was walking her kid home from school, didn't bother anybody, but y'all ambushed her and attacked her for no reason, that is an inexplicable crime of moral turpitude. That's a crime that goes against your nature as a human. You shouldn't even be capable of doing such a thing. Those kids did it. And they did it because they're not children, they're spawns of Satan, and they don't feel bad about it either. And you can kind of see the people who raise these children, and you understand exactly where they get this evilness from. Because one of the kids' parents, right, like they took to social media to respond back to people, I guess, looking for, their child or looking for the children who did this. And, they have not 1 ounce of remorse for what they kids
And I mean, at the same time, the way people talking about their kids online, what do you expect? I ain't gonna lie, my kids can be wrong all they want to, and I can know that. But now you talking about threatening me and my kids, you gonna find us and do this. Now I can't even think we gonna talk about this, but right now we gotta defend ourselves. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, I don't blame the parent. I don't know how they gonna respond, but I don't blame them for being defensive either. I ain't gonna lie, you could be, ain't nothing wrong with being defensive to the world, but handling your business behind closed doors with your people and letting them know what they did wasn't right. But at the end of the day, the people, everybody acting like they finna come find where y'all live and do something to you and your kids. Like, I don't blame them for getting defensive. I ain't gonna lie.
What's funny though, y'all was looking for me and y'all was chiming in on shit that y'all don't know nothing about. Oh, this little Miss. Yeah, this Miss Ugly Jacket. Bitch. That's my niece. What you talking about? Sad. No, you sad. You sad. I want to go outside now. I'm ready to go outside. I'm going outside. I'm going outside, bro. Samaya was funny.
They talking about you so pop. They going in on her low key.
Don't worry about what she came on. Came out the house with. Niggas got crunched out there. You worried about the wrong shit. Your mama, bitch. They couldn't wait. They couldn't wait. Couldn't wait. Like, y'all found me all the way on TikTok.
You knew they was gonna You ain't never went live and just stood there for nothing. You knew they was gonna. You knew. Come on now.
You want the dish. You want the dish. You want the dish. You want the dish. Where Miss Little Flamingo? She's not too far. Go outside. I'm ready for outside. I'm gonna. Don't give a fuck who after me. Y'all don't even know. Y'all wasn't even here. Shut up. I don't think nothing cute. Y'all bother me. Y'all follow me all the way on TikTok.
It's not her mom, but that's the aunt of one of the attackers who apparently they all live in the same house. That's why people thought that she was the guardian. So there's multiple pictures of her with this kid. So a child that you have responsibility for, right? Probably not your daughter, but that's, that's still your niece. You still have some type of guardianship over her. She attacked an innocent woman, and you come on live and you start cussing out people talking about they wouldn't have done nothing if they was outside, right? You taunting a woman for getting crushed up outside.
Yeah, that was crazy.
No remorse whatsoever.
That was crazy.
The only barrier of sympathy I would say is these kids have to be raised with people who are probably equally as bad as them. Now, there are other parents who try to take the remorse route, but the accountability wasn't there.
I know y'all see that video. And if any bitch want to be funny, fuck your mama, fuck your ugly ass baby, fuck your pissy ass grandma, fuck your rolling ass people. What kind of shit they wore when they got buried? Ugly ass clothes. Fuck your people. Fuck all y'all. On crap, I hate all y'all. Bottom line.
Let me just remind y'all what these kids actually did. Here is one of them, a hooligan in a ski mask. This hooligan took the woman's son as she was getting jumped. He took the son away from the mother and began to pound his head up against the concrete over and over and over again. And when that was not enough, he began to stomp out the kid and then went to go ahead and stomp out the woman too. This one right here was probably the second worst one outside of that menace in a yellow hoodie. So she is the oldest one out there. She's about 12 years old. She was the one who was sucker punching a woman and hitting her first. She dragged the woman to the ground. Well, her parents responded back too. So the mother of that child, name is Yaz St. Patrick, and she took to her Facebook, I believe.
I hate when they be bringing up grades. We don't care, bro. We don't care. We don't care. I know people who man. I know, man. Grades don't mean nothing. It don't got nothing to do with what you do outside of school. Talking about Captain of the cheerleading squad, we do not care. She just beat up an old woman. She just beat up a lady with sickle cell for no reason. Like, we don't care about none of that. We do not owe y'all no apology. Y'all, like I'm saying, bro, but it's Chicago, bro. I already know what's happening. I already knew what type of apology people was gonna give.
Still on Facebook, but she's apparently still on Facebook, and she took to her Facebook to yell at people who are asking her to hold her kid accountable. She goes, "Let me say this first. My daughter
kids gonna be kids. It's crazy.
She's a A and B student, captain of the cheerleading team, and head of her class, and some more ish. All good things from every teacher. And if you know, we know. We don't owe nobody an apology, but that lady and her kids. So all y'all grown MFs looking for a viral moment, please shut the F up, because kids gonna be kids. And there's kids out here that did way worse-ish, let alone y'all when y'all was 12 and 13 years old. Y'all used to be out here beating up crackheads and all. Y'all don't know us at all.
She got a point with that. I know people was putting him out, knock him out. be no crackheads, but that don't have nothing to do with what you talking about. Your kid, and it's somebody, they were peer pressure. How do you know she was? That little girl told her, they pressured me to do it. They ain't do it. I don't know, bro. People always believe it. I don't know, bro. I don't have no kids, so I don't know yet. But bro, you can't just believe everything a kid tell you, bro. We were all kids before. We know kids lie.
She was peer pressured. We no longer have to ask
Like
ourselves, what type of parents would raise human beings to attack a woman with sickle cell who was just on her deathbed 2 weeks ago in the hospital, flatlined twice? Now we know it's parents like this. Mm-hmm. Parents like this with no accountability whatsoever. Instead of addressing what her daughter did is, what she did wasn't that bad. Y'all done way worse. What's worse than beating up a woman who was just on her deathbed? What's worse than sucker punching, dragging a woman to the ground, stomping her out, and sending her to the hospital in critical condition?
And she didn't throw one punch.
Because she was walking her kid home from school.
None of them threw a punch at them.
But this is a kid who clearly don't have a mother who knows what she's doing. She clearly has a parent with no integrity, morals, or principles. So she's raising another human being with no morals, integrity, and principles. And this is what I'm telling y'all. Yo, a lot of y'all thought I was too harsh when I made my last video and told y'all, ain't no mercy, ain't no compassion, ain't none of that when it comes to these children, bruh. They need to be locked up and do juvenile life over this. Because look at what the parents is at home telling them. Where would the accountability come from? The mom is telling her, man, what you did was not that bad. They tripping. She goes, if you know my family, you know if we find a friend in this MF and we gonna stand behind them 100% no matter what.
Like what?
But this is definitely a lesson learned. She was held accountable for her actions. How was she held accountable for her actions? You online defending her. How is she held accountable? What? Like, what you do? What'd you do to grounded her? Y'all talking about it takes a village. Bitch, she got a castle. If she had a castle, why? Yo, do you understand? And she's going after the people who is attacking her kid. No. She's going after the people who was attacking the people asking for punishment. Because those cowards, those simps who's like, no, they just kids. It takes a village to raise these kids. Let's come together and wrap our arms around these kids. The mom is telling you, use a coward, use a simp. She don't need your village. She said the kid got a castle, the F, and everybody standing 10 toes behind her. Oh, dare you. This is why she's emboldened to put her hands on people. Because she know parents like you will enable a bad decision, and apparently you got a castle of weirdos like you who will stand behind her and attack people who hold her accountable. I was never going to go live making y'all MS feel no type of way. Once again, we do not owe y'all no apology. F y'all MFs. Know what's going on in real life and know my kid's not raised like that at all. Blue P, so now she's a Crip, okay? Feel how y'all want. F y'all.
That's not what a blue P means.
The mother
pretty sure she's saying period.
Right? That after she said all of that, her daughter went live, but she didn't go live with her daughter. No. Another woman who's apparently is like a community activist, that woman went on live with her daughter and got the apology from her. And I say apology loosely, bruh, because this little girl was almost smirking and laughing and smiling in the video while giving the apology. So obviously she don't feel bad, not one bit. Not one bit at all. But the mother who said all that on Facebook was in the back off camera, too scared to come on camera during a live stream, and had somebody else sit by her daughter to give the apology to the public.
To meet Kamira. She is one of the children that was a part of the fight at OT Bright School on yesterday. We're just coming live so she can say her piece and take accountability. I won't say too much. And please, anyone that decides to say anything, keep it respectful. This is the child.
Hey, my name is Kamira Grant, and
I mean, I don't see her smirking. I don't see that. She seemed like she a little bit embarrassed because Whole world looking at her. She got to make this apology. Kind of sad about it, probably because she got in trouble and stuff like that. I don't see her smirking yet, at least.
Hi, Poppy. I was wrong for everything. Happy.
It's okay,
I was
Kamara.
wrong, happy for everything that I did.
Man, bro, I really dislike that kid, bro. First off, man, I don't see not one tear falling. It's all crocodile and theatrics, bro. I don't see not one tear, not one liquid is falling down them cheeks, bro. And
She was crying.
not a
She was
goddamn
crying.
booger, not a goddamn snot, not a goddamn tear, bro. It's all theatrics. She was the one who sparked it off. She wasn't peer pressured, bro. The mom is claiming she was peer pressured.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. The peer pressure angle, I'm not rolling with that. I'm not rolling with that either. I ain't gonna lie.
Man, listen, man, bro, y'all too soft on these kids for me, man. If it was up to me, she'll be in jail right now doing life in prison. Never release her.
Your own
And I was
daughter?
being a follower, following everybody who don't even got nothing that I got. And I apologize for everything because
Whoever raised this kid did a terrible. They truly raised a terrible human being. In her apology, she says, "I'm sorry. I was being a follower, following people who don't even got what I got." So even in the apology, right, she's being an elitist. She thinks she's better than people due to the stuff that she has.
But I'm telling you, bro, I see what you saying. I was thinking the same thing, but at the same time, I know this is parent coded. Her parents is telling her all this when they yelling at her. They don't even got what you got, and you doing this. And you do. I know how that go, bro. Her parents was yelling at her, saying some of this stuff, and she just repeating what she heard, bro. That's it. That's all it is.
Which is probably
I
the
know
only
it.
reason why she put her hands on that woman, because she believes she's probably better than that woman, right? Because she probably has better clothes.
Probably
And
does
has
believe that.
better things or more money. Her parents are raising her to be an elitist clown.
I wouldn't want to be in that situation. And
She got the same hoodie
I
on
feel
too.
bad because
It's okay.
I gotta go through so much. But I wish I would never did what I did.
Do you have anything to say? I think her name is Shauna.
I was a bit. People think
She covers her face whenever she's about to laugh.
She
she's
definitely
gonna
not
give
crying
up,
now
man.
that I'm thinking
Whoever
about
raised
it.
this little girl, y'all did a terrible job, bruh. This is a truly evil and despicable human being.
I think more so than anything, we want everybody to understand that this is a child. All of them children that was in that video was children. Some of them, not all of them, may have families, but this baby here, she has a family that cares, that loves her, that has held her accountable. She understands what is going on, and I don't expect her to speak. We do not expect her to speak as we are going to speak because she's a child. What grade are you in, Kamara?
8th.
She's in 8th grade.
What grades do you get?
A's and B's, and I was homecoming queen. I'm the captain of the cheerleading team.
And you know that.
And I know I'm a better person than what I was yesterday.
Man, she don't give a damn, bro. You can look in her eyes and you can see she thinks this is a game and a joke, and she is crying, laughing inside, bruh. Knowing she's not even doing a good job at containing her laughter. She was under the impression that the people out there were like 6, 7, 8-year-olds. I didn't know that 14-year-olds were out there, because she says she's in the 8th grade. She's 14. And your A's and B's got nothing to do with this, bruh. All right? Bruh, like smart people do bad things all the time. But if you're 14 years old And I know I said earlier, tongue-in-cheek, give them life in prison, but now knowing there were 14-year-olds out there, which also explains it too. 14-year-olds will overpower you a lot easier than 6 and 7-year-olds. But if she's 14 and she was out there, charge her with attempted murder. She should be doing at least 5 to 10 years in prison. This should not be a slap on the wrist. Why hasn't she been arrested yet?
This all, and I want you to know, Kamira, this is not all on you. You taking your responsibility of the role that you played in this. And she know the role that she played in this. And I want y'all to know that this is not the kid that she is, nor will she let the internet turn her into a kid that y'all gonna try to say she is. So we are cooperating with.
It's like I hear her, like I hear what you're trying to say, but the internet ain't just come up out of nowhere and say anything about she made some horrible decisions. And that's where people are getting this from. You got like the internet just want her to be this kid. No. She did this. You feel me? Like I'm like parents, they be so like in their head, like, no, my child is gonna be that. It's like, yeah, but you also, man, you gotta be real, man. I feel like people don't be real, bro. You gotta be real, gang. Like, we don't care that she got straight A's and B's. We don't care if she the captain of the cheerleading team. That was more. Now I'm even more confused. How can somebody that do this, do that, make a decision like that? Like, obviously, kids gonna make mistakes, but like, this is not like I stole from the store, you know? Like you got caught stealing from the store, now you learn your lesson about stealing or some normal kid stuff. Nah, this girl went and punched a grown woman with sickle cell who was walking her son home. Went and punched her and jumped her with about 10 other kids and jumped her son. For what? They weren't even fighting back. Grown woman wasn't fighting back. Kid wasn't fighting back. Like, I feel like they not really understanding the mental process of what happened. Like, the thought process you had to go through to even do something like that and still go through and do it. If somebody I don't know, bro. I don't know. I feel like this is way more serious than these parents trying to make.
Investigation or whatever needs to happen will happen.
And I think we had a pretty honest conversation today, right?
She is literally the person who kicked off the mob. She's the one who started. She's the.
But I understand how they probably don't want to talk about everything on the internet too, though.
It's all falls on her. All right. If she probably don't spark it off, it probably don't get sparked off. If she tells them, hey, nah, but let them go home. They probably go home safe that day.
Reva brought up how these children in Chicago jumped on somebody's mama. I'm telling you, man, I'm from the projects, homie. I'm from where it go down. But when I was growing up, nobody would run up on your mama. Do you hear me? I grew up, Robert Taylor Homes, 5266 South State, last white building next to the hole. Gangbangers, grown or not, would not run up on you while you was with your mama, because there was still respect.
What's his name? Corey Holcomb. What's his name? His name something. I know, but bro, you just ain't been in a city in a while, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Come on, man. People getting caught with they kids now, bro. Like, I get what you're saying, but that's just not the world we live in. It's sad, but like, people gotta realize, bro, like, generations are getting worse. I ain't gonna lie. They're getting worse. They're not getting any better. You feel me? So, I mean, man, man, I don't even know what to say, bro. This is such a crazy situation. I just hope these kids learn from this. I hope these parents do a little bit better of a job at making them take a little bit more accountability and really letting them know how serious this really is. You know, like, this don't have to define you, but you need to know, like, you can never do something like this again, because you got a couple more years, especially if she's 14, a couple more years. This can already be a serious crime, but in a couple more years, this could be life changing.
I'm a fault with.
All you know is kick back, run for me back, get back, 911. Somebody's son did die, we need police on dispatch. Let's take a nap, sipping on my cup, slide in the traffic, ride in the traffic, waiting on the traffic.